Blessings to everybody here on my channel, Wicked Witch channel. And blessings to all my friends and subscribers here on my Wicked Witch channel and on my Facebook account, Vanessa Steele. Big kisses. Big kisses to everybody. Big hugs through Cyberland. These are the Jessica Simpson cat eye. These are the Jessica Simpson cat eye eyeglasses, and they have black. I can't say it right. They have black Swarovski. I can't say it right. Like Swarovski crystals, or I know you guys know what I'm saying. I'm just having a speech issue right now. So you know what I'm saying. There's black crystals. Look. Do you see them? There you go. You see them? They're shimmering. They're in the corners right there. Right here. Okay. So they're a new twist on the cat eyes. They're a new twist of the cat eye eyeglasses from the 60s. And of course, since I collect eyeglasses, real eyeglasses, not just plastic in there, you know, I have my prescription and 5 different pairs of eyeglasses. And how all that started is having a bad experience at America's Best, getting our money back, and then going to a better place. That's a eyeglass outlet that I told you guys about. So go and watch my video that says Vanessa's Weekend Marathon blah blah blah. And that's a 3-hour and 50-minute video. But if you skip through the parts, I mean, I make long videos because sometimes I just jump on the video and just chat for hours. And then sometimes I make shorter videos. So, you know, I'm sure you guys are grateful and happy that I'm back making any videos. So, I'm getting myself back together. You know, and I'm drinking Ocean Spray liquid concentrate cranberry cocktail, and this is what I get from the food bank. I'm all tongue-tied. From the food bank, I get like as many cases as I wanted this, so I got 6 cases of this from the food bank this past Wednesday. And it's like the old ones, like back in the day in the 80s and the 90s, when you would get your orange juice, your grape juice, or your cranberry juice in the cardboard container that's frozen with the silver ends. You guys remember those. Well, I'm 40 years old and I remember them. So next month, November 9th, I'll be 41 years old. And my husband, Paul, we're both Scorpios. And he'll be, his birthday is November 13th, 69. So I think he'll be like 47. So we're all getting old. But, you know, I'm grateful. I don't look, people say to me, you don't look 41. And I'm like, I'm very grateful. I try to stay out of the sun. I try to take care of my skin, you know. But this is totally full. And what you do is you just, like for instance, it says ingredients: filtered water, cane or beet sugar, cranberry juice concentrate, ascorbic acid, vitamin C. and mix contents of bottle with about 3 bottles of water, 35 fluid ounce to make 46 fluid ounce. What I do is I save these and I'll add filtered water to these and then just pour a little bit in each bottle. So I'll have cold concentrates just with this that you mix it with in the fridge, and then I'll have ones that's thinned out like this one. This one is just thinned out with this a little bit. I just redid my hair using the Splat hair color line at Walmart. And there's 2 different lines. There's one line just for people with light colored hair, blonde hair, and they have a bleaching kit in them. But I wouldn't use that kit. Not that there's anything wrong with that kit, but if I was going to bleach my hair, I would go to Sally's Beauty Supply, buy the more professional bleach, and the developer, and do it that way. But I found 3 colors, like I talked about in previous videos, 3 colors, and there's 3 colors that they have for brown-haired women or boys, for brunettes. I'm really having a tongue tie today. I don't know. It must be all the tartness in this, because I like it tart. Like when I make my Kool-Aids, I put just enough sugar in there, and just enough in there where, hi Maggie. Little Maggie is getting lonely up here. Oh, poor Maggie. Your mama's little tater tot. Your mama's little baby girl. Yes, you are. They can see you. Anyways, I'll make my Kool-Aids just with enough sugar and, just with enough tartness to the Kool-Aid. And obviously, my hair looks dry, and that's only because I didn't get a shower today yet, and I don't wash my hair every day. Since I was put on female hormones, and of course my dog wants to go out. So hold on, guys. This is the only thing that sort of gets to me, is when I'm in front of a camera, I'm trying to make a video, and of course, go Max. Jesus. Oh my God. Maggie's little thing is, let's wait until everybody's out. Maggie's little personality is like, that's my little chihuahua, Maggie. Her personality is like, let's wait about 5 or 10 minutes after everyone else is outside, and then I'll crawl down off the couch and want Mommy to let me out. And it's like, why don't you go out when everybody else wants to go out? But that's just what she does. So like I said, I used to have a lot of oily skin and a lot of oily hair follicles. Just a lot. And I've been on Jesus, I can't talk today, for God's sakes. I'm waiting for my coffee to cool down. My mocha with a double shot. It's mocha with a double shot of espresso. That's good. I already went for my mile walk. I'm going to lose weight. When it gets cold, I'm going to put my winter coat on as long as there's not a lot of snow on the ground. It's just starting October, November. We'll see how it is in December. My next appointment with Dr. Anu, the plastic surgeon that I seen, I would have already probably had my health papers already submitted to my health insurance, and I would have already seen if they were approved, and if they weren't approved, then my doctors would fight with them. My female hormone doctors would, there's two different ones, would fight with them, do prior approval or whatever they needed to do, because for the last year, us transgender girls, and I'm sure I'm a male to female transgender woman, and basically I've been living as a woman since I was 21 years old. But I was going to school, I was going to high school with makeup on. Not a lot, but enough. I've always been real feminine, just like I am now. My hair was like as long as it is now, but it was bleach blonde, spiral curled like Madonna back in 1990 from the Blonde Ambition Tour era, like that. And I was like 120, 30 pounds. You know, my legs were shaved. I still had, you know, a lot of facial hair because of puberty, but I just kept my face shaved a lot, you know. It's not like you wake up one day and say, I feel like a man or I feel like a woman. You know, the technical term for what I have is gender dysphoria. Gender dysphoria. It's where you feel that you are in the wrong body. And it all depends on the different variations of how bad off you are. You know, some women have to just go the whole way and get the whole surgery. You know, get their bottom surgery, get their vagina, you know. I was all about that in the first 5-6 years. Then it's like, I don't care anymore. You know, I would rather have facial feminization surgery of my face. And all they would do is, you know, I would like a nose job, lip enhancements. They would just pull this back, and they would just basically contour. They would basically contour like the bone up here to make it less, you know, even though it doesn't look that manly, but they would, you know, make that less and, you know, tighten the skin up here, you know, and then I would want like a little eye lift, you know, just a little. But if you see transgender women like me, after they have their facial feminization surgery, they have black eyes and their whole face is swollen and everything. That's major surgery. And you're basically cut from here to here. I don't think they shave your hair. I just think that I don't think they shave your hair, because that would just kill me. I mean, it wouldn't kill me. I would just put on a wig. But I've seen girls basically get cut and still have all of their hair. So, but I've been feminine my whole life. And back in the day, I came out as being gay, you know. I thought if you were a boy that was feminine and you were attracted to other boys, I was a teenager, or when you're an adult and you're attracted to men. I just thought I was a gay boy. And I thought I just was attracted, you know. I just thought I was gay, you know, and just feminine. Maybe when I dressed up, I would be a drag queen or whatever. I don't know. I was so young. I know from a very young age that I did not feel like all of the other little boys. I wanted to play with the dolls, and for a while my mom let me do that, and my dad. But I was being called faggot by my dad's brothers, my own flesh and blood family, when I was 3 or 4 years old. And I was called that my whole life. Well, you know what he's going to be when he grows up, basically. See something on TV at my grandmother's house at Christmas time. I'm 16. They see someone on TV they think that's gay. Oh, there goes one walking up the steps, meaning me. So I basically get so upset that I puke up my Christmas dinner at my grandmother's house. I tried to totally switch over to the best of my ability when I was 18. But when I hit high school, I was already living basically as a girl. I just didn't have my name officially changed, and I hated when people called me my boy name. I would cringe. I hated it. It bothered me horribly. And what made me quit school is being harassed and tortured. I was coming up from gym class, and I didn't like taking gym. I would always get an F. But the gym teacher was so sick of me, he would just go over there and do whatever you want. I don't fucking care, basically, attitude. But what people didn't, there was a couple of gym teachers, but what people didn't know is the gym teacher was a pedophile into chicken. That's a slang term for young males. You know, either under 10 or 10 and up. But under 18, 15, 14, 16, whatever. I came down from gym class, or I came down the stairs, entered the gym room, weight room on one side, showers, lockers, you get the picture. I went to walk in with the first lockers, and I seen out of the corner of my eye, and when I turned, my mouth went. I caught the gym teacher kissing, French kissing, and then licking the kid's neck, the teenager kid's neck, and had him right up against the wall like this. So the gym teacher was like this with his arms like right up against the wall, and from him to the wall was, you know, a young teenager. And of course, he was molesting and having sex with underage teenage boys. But I would be made fun of even by the gym teacher. And me being psychic and a medium, I didn't know those words. I just seen shit. I thought everybody did. I would feel shit. I thought everybody did. I didn't know. And if I would have known there was a term called the medical term is gender dysphoria. But I don't like terms and labels, but I'm just saying. But the real, you know, transgendered, I would have said I was a transgendered woman. Or instead of saying gay, I would have said I'm transgendered. I identify more as a girl than boy. Like my parents didn't already know. My dad flipped out like an idiot when I told him, well, basically, I got a book from high school, and it was called Dance to a Different, it said, it was Dance to a Different Drummer, or something like that. I would just love to find that book and reread it, just because in the 90s, it was shocking to even have something like that in our not public school, in our high school library. And it was how to come out to your parents when you are gay. My dad asked me, what are you reading? He just pops in the door, walks up the stairs, pops in my bedroom door, and I try to hide the book. It was so stupid. Not me, but my father. He's still a fucking idiot. And he's not in my life at all. By his choice. Well, by his choice and my choice. He hasn't contacted me in over a year and like 5 months. Something like that. Of course, I'm putting on my Carmex. But growing up different is not fun. And yes, it may be a little easier nowadays. But in all honesty, people are still homophobic. People are still transphobic. And I don't care how many TV shows are on or movies made about transgender men and women. I don't care how open, and I'm just saying it like this in quotations, I don't care how open people say that it is now. It's not as open. I mean, it is, but it's not. It's definitely not it's definitely not like the 40s and 50s. Okay, so shit's a lot open than that, for God's sakes, but there's kids still being harassed in school, grade school, high school, but a lot of the parents are more accepting. So by the time, if I would have, let's say I was a teenager, or let's say I was 7 years old right now, and I was seeing a psychiatrist or psychologist monthly, and they said, I think your child is has gender dysphoria, and my parents were open-minded enough, I would go on, before I hit my puberty, I would go on testosterone blockers like spirolactin or spirolactone. The brand name is aldactone. I'm on spirolactone. That's a water pill. Makes you pee a lot. But it's not, but also it's a water pill, but in male to female transgender women like myself, it lowers the testosterone. I'm on 100 milligrams a day. One pill a day. The range that my doctor wanted me on, or the range of my testosterone, since I was already having low testosterone this whole last year and a half or more. You know, everything went haywire for several years, where I was extremely interested and watched a lot of porn and extremely interested and, you know, basically addicted to porn. And I still have all that saved and stuff, but I still watch it from time to time, but I don't have really a libido anymore. I don't have much drive anymore, or even think about or want to have sex anymore. But since I got back on my female hormones, I'm feeling more sensual. I'm feeling more like I'm feeling like my old self, like back in the day. Back when I was 21, 22, 23, back in my 30s. But of course, different because I'm older now. I'm 40, I'm not 21. And I started transitioning when I was 21. And I was grateful to meet Paul, my husband, just at that time. So I could, I knew of him. I would go to the local gas station. That's where he worked as a cashier at Snowco gas station right down the street from the local gay bar downtown Greensburg, which was called, it was Safari in the 80s, late 70s and 80s, and then it was called RK's Lounge. And it was basically RK's Lounge, named after the owner, Richard Kimberly. A very nice guy, very nice gay guy, but an alcoholic. You know, there was a couple of times when I was underage, I was let in to see a drag show here or there. And a couple of times he would say, well, I know someone's going to slip you a drink, so I'd rather you get it from me. I'm the owner, you get it from me. But after several years, my mom and dad finally came to terms with me being transgendered. My mother more than my father. My father said to me, when I told him, not at 15 years old, but, you know, I was already dressing up as a girl and going out to Pegasus. And they had under 21 night on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So I would be like 18, 19, 20 and be going down there with friends, and I would be using my own hair. That was like baby Vanessa days. Just starting out. She don't look that good because she's just trying to learn her makeup, but she's trying. But even back in the day, I still did pretty good makeup. I'll probably I'll wear makeup here and there as I feel in the mood for it. But because I still like wearing makeup and stuff. I heard that my doctor, my hormone doctor, may get a laser hair removal machine. See, there's two different places. There's Dr. Stacy Lane, and both places are under her name. But I don't go to her office in Pittsburgh. I go to the Washington, PA office, and it's basically run by government funds. And there's a really nice licensed registered nurse, a licensed CRNP. She's a licensed CRMP, if I'm right. So a licensed nurse practitioner, just right under a doctor. I call her my doctor because to me she's a doctor. And I see her every 3-4 months or whatever. She takes blood work of me. I go up there. It's just very simple. Hold on. Come on. Hey, stop that. Stop that shit. You're gonna hurt someone. Get in here. Don't you dare start. For God's sakes. Maggie, come here. Hold on, guys. Come here. You okay? No, you're going to settle it. You probably heard me screaming out there or yelling, and I don't hit my dogs or anything, but Sebastian is getting very territorial. And of course, he's spoiled rotten like everybody else. What happened was I call everybody in. Maggie gets ready to come in. And then Sebastian. Stop it. Everybody gets so fucking territorial that fights start easily. So I went to have Sebastian and Maggie over here come in at the same time, and before I know it, he starts biting the hell out of her. Well, I made a video yesterday of me walking my dogs, and they seen the chihuahuas, the two chihuahuas. They're a little bigger than Maggie, or Jesus, this is Sebastian. They're a little bigger than Maggie right here. I was getting confused at the way the camera is. Anyways, it's like a mirrored reflection, so you think one dog's there, and the other dog's there. I just got confused. The people down at the end of my road finally put in a very nice private fence. I mean, it's not you know, like wood or vinyl, but a nice 5-foot chain link fence, and it's black, so it has that covering over it where it won't rust. We just have cheap fence, 3.5 feet, close to 4 feet, just under 4 feet from the farm, from a farm and feed store in Latrobe, PA. 25 minutes from where we're at now. I'm hoping they're still open, and if they're not, when it comes time, see, me and Paul, obviously, we're low income. Even with Paul working full time, he works 4 days a week, and he's off for 3. So he leaves at noon. He leaves at 12 at noon, and that's on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturdays. Today's Saturday, obviously. Then he leaves at noon, 12 o'clock, to drive all the way to the Delmont Walmart. There's a Walmart 10 minutes up the road from here. 10, 15 minutes, if that, 12 minutes, if you take the back road. It would be better if he could transfer to this Walmart. Better because he would be using less money for gas, but they really don't want him to, the Walmart he's at, they don't want him to transfer. And normally they want normally you have to have approval from that Walmart he works at to go to another Walmart, and there has to be an opening of the same position or a higher position. They've been wanting him to do assistant manager. He's a supervisor in the back and now on the front, and now on the floor, overseeing people in the back unloading and the people stocking the shelves. Give me 1 minute. It's my friend Deborah. Shout out to Deborah Branks. I love you, honey. Anyways, I'm sort of bouncing all around. A couple of people wanted to know more about my history. Sometime I'll go more in depth into that, but it's too traumatizing to really get into all of that, because I was tortured in high school, and what made me quit, I was already ready to quit. What made me quit was someone took a brick, a half of a brick, and smashed me in the head with it, just because I was different. And back when I was younger, I went out to the local gay bar, and back in the day, the cops would troll and try to entrap you. Well, I was picked up for public intoxication. I was driving drunk the one time, and my girlfriend was with me. She was transgendered. My husband knew we were going out, even though we said we're going to Walmart. I should have never went out, but we went out, got drunk, went to Sheetz, where you get gas and get a sub. 2 cop cars came. One took my friend Sheila away, one took me away. And I was beaten up and raped by 2 cops. I had to go to court for public intoxication, had to pay a fine. I had a lawyer, but at the time the lawyer was threatened by the DA of Greensburg up at the courthouse and the police, that we know where you work as a lawyer, we know where your daughter goes to school, we know where your wife works, we know where you live, and if you want to be a lawyer in this town or work anywhere as a lawyer or even be alive, you will drop her case. I'm sure they didn't say it as nicely as that. Then the cop cars started trolling my area where I lived at the time with Paul. We lived at a trailer court. It was called Silver Dolphin Trailer Court. Now it's something else. Still a trailer court. I guess the owner died, whatever. It got sold. Looks a lot better now than it did. We lived in the little yellow house. There was a minor fire or something happened like a year or 2 after we moved out of that place. And they painted it brown. But it used to be the office. It was a cute little house. Kitchen upstairs, bathroom, step down, sunken living room. But it was right by a shit pond, a septic pond. It stunk. And the pump was in the back part of my basement. But that was on the other side of the basement. The basement could have had a kitchen in it. And then in the basement, other basement part of it, it had a door. And then that's where, like, my tank was to put oil, to get oil in. Both times I was beaten up by the police, the Greensburg police. Both times I ran, or not ran, both times I had Paul take me to the Westmoreland Hospital, and I put myself into mental health, inpatient, for a week or two. Because I went crazy and flipped out. A lot of that was blocked. The first time they just, they just picked me up for public intoxication, took me to jail. 6 to 8 cops stand around me in a circle, pushing me back and forth to each other, hitting me, telling me if I didn't get my rings off, I had a wedding ring on. Them laughing hysterically when I'm crying, tears coming down my face, saying, I just want to call my husband. They were laughing at that. They told me, if you don't get your rings off, we're going to fucking cut your fingers off. And then they brought some type of pliers in. And then the next time, of course I was drunk. Both times it happened, I wasn't with Paul. He was at work. Or at home sleeping, and I took the car. Note to self, don't go out by your fucking self. And don't go out without your husband. Because my husband would have fucking killed those cops. He would have beat the fuck out of them. If my husband is a very nice, caring man. But he also has a switch. He could easily turn into a killer, probably. And beat the hell out of someone. But not just, he just goes out and beats people, but, like the cops that did that to me. The second time, the one cop car took my friend Sheila. The second cop car takes me. Well, I turned in my clothes. My panties were ripped. I was covered in mud from head to toe. I had bruises from head to toe. I had a cop's boot print in the back of my shoulder. I just found all of my hospital records and all of my photos last summer, and I threw them out. I didn't tell this story to my current attorney. If I would have had my current attorney, which is John Mark Lewis, he's with a bigger firm. Well, it's not huge, but it's pretty big firm in Greensburg. There's like 5 or 6 attorneys there, or maybe 4 or 5. A couple of them would have taken, John and a couple of them would have taken my case if I would have had him back in the day. He would have sued the DA, he would have sued the Greensburg police, and I would be talking to you from somewhere a lot better than this. And I would have had a lot of my surgeries done already. But anyways, I am going to go back for my second consult with Dr. Anu, Dr. capital Nguyen, University of Pittsburgh Physicians, Department of Plastic Surgery, Assistant Professor of Surgery, Plastic Surgery, Reconstructive Surgery. 412-648-8736. And he's at the McGee Medical Building, Suite 158. And it couldn't get any better. Right outside his office, across the street, is the hospital. He would be doing my breast reconstruction. My breasts didn't grow right. Well, obviously, I can't show you, but you know, they're my breasts, but I never liked them. I mean, I'm grateful to have them, but I probably would have had a better chance of going in with a boy chest and then putting implants in me or something, because now my surgery is a level 3, high risk. I need full breast reconstruction, because what I have, the term is tubular breast syndrome. It can affect genetic women. This hardly ever happens, I think. It's very rare to transgender women. Normally, transgender women like me have very little breast growth, or if they do, they grow fine. Mine took 2 years to grow and just turned out looking the way they look. So I'm grateful to have them. I'm hoping that my insurance will pay for everything. If they're doing surgeries on female to males, and they're doing double mastectomy on a female to male, and you know, they're making a man's chest as best as they can, that's reconstructive surgery. So the doctor doesn't think that the doctor that's gonna probably be Jesus. Bringing that shit up has made me upset. But I'm glad I told you a little bit about it. Anyways. What I brought up about the cops really fucked me up right now. But anyways, I'm probably going to wrap up this video, make another video, and anyways, let's just talk about something different. Let's just say this. I've had a really rough life. And if I wrote a book or made a movie of my life, it would give people nightmares. That's why I'm so fucked up. Mentally. Because of all of the shit that's happened to me. All the sexual abuse, all of the mental abuse, all of the physical abuse. All of it. I've been abused every which way you could think of. You know? So it's no wonder I have all these problems. I was on disability for since 1999, 98, 99. Up until last year, April 2016, I got my last check. I reapplied for disability several months back. It took about 5 months, 4 to 5 months. I got an answer. You're denied. You can work. My psychiatrist has permanently disabled me medically in his paperwork. He said, Vanessa, you have too many symptoms to work anywhere. I'm like, fuck, I know that already. So over the next several months, I won't have another court hearing. I'll have one court hearing downtown Pittsburgh. I'll probably talk about it. 9 to 12 months from now, you'll hear me talking about it. And I'm only fidgeting with my glasses and shit because I'm having a lot of anxiety. And I'm on Klonopin, but my doctor has me on my doctor has me on 1 milligram 3 times a day. Obviously, I need a higher dose. I've been wanting him to switch me to Xanax. He's being an asshole. He says one thing on the phone, bring it up at your next appointment, and then forgets it. So just because somebody is a licensed psychiatrist and gives out medication doesn't mean they can't be bipolar and fucked up themselves. Most of them are. Most of them are. But I've been walking every day and if not every day, every other day. I'm trying to walk every day and watch how much I eat because the the plastic surgeon said you're morbidly obese. He actually gave me paperwork to go see a doctor for lap band surgery or gastric bypass surgery. Yes, I'm that overweight. I'm 220 pounds. I used to be close to 230. I used to be like 237. So I'm 220 now. I see my doctor, my PCP doctor Wentworth, Dr. Justin Wentworth. I really even shouldn't be saying the people that I see, but I'm just very honest because if somebody watches my video that lives close to me that needs help, I can tell them if they watch my videos, they can find out the doctors that I see. So if they need help, they can go get help. That's why I say what doctors I go to, you know? But any vengeful troll motherfucker could step up here and call a doctor and say some stupid shit and fuck my life up from now to Sunday. We're not going to, think like that, though. I am doing the best that I can. I'm really watching what I eat. I got my food stamps in on my EBT card, so tomorrow me and Paul are going to go to Aldi's. I'm going to stock up on my vegetables. I love eating tomatoes. I like the little grape ones. So we are going to go get a lot of not a lot of stuff, but some supplies. I'm out of salad mix. We can get it for 80 cents at Walmart, or not Walmart. We can get the regular garden mix. And that's just all, it's not like the fancier mix. I either get one or two or get both and mix them. But I get a couple of bags. So I'll probably get three or four bags of lettuce. But see, they can go bad real quick within a week or two. So it's best to probably get only 3 bags of lettuce. And then have my husband go back the next week and get some more, lettuce, cucumbers, tomatoes. That's what and a little bit of croutons in there. Nothing real fattening. But I ran out of vegetables, and I'm like, fuck, what do I eat? And I just want to eat the vegetables because that's all I just want to eat the vegetables because that's all I really want to eat. You know, I mean, and of course, a little chicken breast and maybe some steamed vegetables. You get them in the bag now, even at Aldi's or the Dollar Tree. You know, steam in a bag veggies. And I get those instant potatoes, those deluxe ones from Idahoan or the ones from Aldi's. The ones from Aldi's just taste as good as the one. I'll show you. I don't want everything falling down from the damn. This is what we get from Aldi's for 70 cents. For like 70 cents. It's either 69 or 78 cents. And the ones at Walmart they're $1. So you're saving a couple of pennies. And this tastes just the same. Loaded potatoes. It's instant potatoes, but it's made with 100% real Idaho potatoes with butter, cheese, bacon, flavored pieces, and chives. And then I also, make a little side of this, little bit of meat. And thank God for the food bank, thank God for the food bank. Or I wouldn't have shit in my house. You know, towards the end of the month and going, it's always towards the end of the month going into the next month. I don't get my food stamps on my EBT card until 9, 10, 11 of the next month. So the last week of the last week of the month to the next week, those 2 weeks we're normally out of a lot of shit. So I get about 100, I was getting 194 in food stamps. I got a letter from welfare the other day saying right now I get 190. Well, no, I was getting 194. Now I get 192. So they cut me $2 off because of the government and my income. I have no income. Yes, I have a boyfriend that has a job. You know, you have to tell them, you have to say, well, I'm not sharing food with my boyfriend. He eats different stuff. Sometimes he does eat different stuff. Like steamed fish and, and he found this, I can't say it right. It's that fish, it's like tupela or I don't know, tupula. I'm saying it wrong, but I know you guys know what I'm saying. You can get like 4 pounds of that for like $11.98 at Walmart. Paul mixed it up with some steamed rice, 5-minute steamed rice, and he mixed it up with some little bit of the Chinese seasoning, the liquid teriyaki sauce, and it was so good. Didn't taste fishy at all. So, but I'm walking every day, even with all my health problems and shit. Half my legs fucking numb from here to here, from my thigh right here to my knee. Half the time it's numb. Right now I'm touching it, it's numb. Well, when I fell down I actually was on my way this past Monday. to go to my group therapy. I have to go to that damn methadone clinic Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, okay? And there's no parking because a lot of the staff have the back parking in the back parking lot, and then there's parking on the side. That parking on the side's for us, but some of them are parked there. Well, if the whole parking lot's full of patients, and yes, it is full at 5, it opens up at 5 a.m. until 12 noon. They used to just dose you between 5 a.m. and 10 o'clock in the morning. Since my husband goes to work, and that's my only ride, we go, normally we get up at 8 o'clock, and he wakes up and we go. We just get up and go within maybe 10 minutes of waking up. But I've been riding with a really nice girl, and she's a friend of mine now, and she just has lovely energy and just a lovely soul. And I'm so grateful to have her in my life. And hi, Katie. I love you, girl. But I've been riding with Katie, on Wednesdays and on Fridays, just so I can get dosed earlier. Every morning I feel like shit. The methadone takes away 95% of the time. For a full 24 hours, it takes away my drug withdrawal. It takes the edge off a lot of my pain to one extent. Breakthrough pain. So my doctor has me on tramadol, my PCP, and he gives me 150 tramadols, 150 pills a month. And I make that last for 30 days, and then I call him and get a new prescription, and then he also gives me muscle relaxers. So, the tramadol is not a regular opiate. It still goes in the same place opiates would go in your brain, but it's not like you can, get high or anything off them, And then here's my Klonopin. But anyways, my female hormone levels are 600. And my hormone doctor, Carol Priest, she's amazing. Love you, Carol. I don't think you're watching, but anyways, I love her. She's amazing. I call her my doctor. And when I told her about being beat up and raped by the police, she told me, "You're not the only one." Another girl said the same thing. Meaning another trans girl said the same thing. So, next month, my driver's license runs out. I haven't driven a car. Well, I drove Paul's car like 2 years ago, a little bit around here. But it's a stick. We actually seen a really nice, well, you know how they have eBay? Well, on Facebook, they have Facebook Marketplace, and it goes off your location. Well, the cool thing is, I'm just going to apologize. I'm really sorry I'm fidgety. I'm really sorry that I'm jumping around. Just talking about that shit, the police has really freaked me out. Because I've had a really rough life. Nobody wants to be disabled. and with everything wrong with me. PTSD, severe PTSD, severe anxiety, 24/7, severe panic attacks, severe depression, suicidal and homicidal thoughts regularly. Thank God I don't act on them, but they're called intrusive thoughts. You can't stop them, you just have them. But I have more support now. Thank God. I just hope that my insurance, which is UPMC for you, it's the same shit I was on when I was getting my disability, but as a second, that was my main insurance, UPMC for you. And then I had a little bit of Medicare or something, and then I had welfare a little bit helping me. I don't know why it was set up like that, but it was. I should have ironed out my hair. Anyways. So at least I'm in good hands with my hormone doctor. You know, I used to be on Premarin. Well, back in the day, I used to be on injectable estrogen. And I would literally give myself a shot in my hip right here. It was a long needle like that. And I would literally give myself a shot like this in my hip. So I'd stand like right here and I would go and then try to, I did that twice in the year and a half when I was on injectable estrogen back in 98, 99. And then my doctor switched me on. Well, my insurance wouldn't cover the injectable estrogen, but for about 5 months, I basically filed a grievance with them for 5 or 6 months, or maybe less. For maybe 4 months, they were paying for it. Sort of like in reprieve, whatever. So they let me get it for 4 or 5 months while they made their decision. Every 2 weeks, and they were really the small vials, not the bigger vials. Every 2 weeks, the nice pharmacist at Eckerd's, now it's Rite Aid, but the nice people up at Eckerd's, the nice pharmacist would push it through every 2 weeks, push it through again every 2 weeks, and my insurance would pay for it. I ended up stockpiling enough estrogen for a whole year. And then I went on Premarin. But my doctor, he was a regular PCP, was very caring to the transgender community, or the gay, lesbian, the LGBT community. And back in the day, he dated a transgender woman. It was my ex-boyfriend / ex-friend's ex that he dated. I'm pretty sure. My nose always gets itchy. But anyways, he had me on 6 milligrams. He had me on 6 milligrams of Premarin a day. And basically that was too much. And he would basically say, I got your blood work back. You're 4 times more than a pregnant woman. And he would get off on it. So it was like It was like us transgender women was his weird experiment, you know. I'd be crying and flipping out. 1 minute wanting to cry, 1 minute wanting to punch it. Of course, I was on too high of a dose, getting overdosed. Well, my body, and they don't go off of a genetic woman or a genetic man in the female to males, and obviously I'm a male to female. They are F to M, I'm M to F. Just for future videos. But I'll probably still explain it. I plan on writing books I plan on writing a self-help book and an autobiography of my life. But I can't do it right now. I would have to be more stable. More mentally stable to do it. Because you see, I have flashbacks all the time of all the abuse I went through. It would have been better for me just to be beaten every day. That would heal a lot better than your brain and your mind. I had a major breakdown, nervous breakdown, when I was 21 years old in my boss's office. I was working for group homes I was working with group homes for the mentally challenged. I wasn't transitioned yet. I'm just hoping that I get my breast augmentation and breast implants, because the doctor has 4 different breast implants that you can pick from. I seen the one. He may suggest a specific one for me. I'm not sure what they're filled with. I don't know if they're filled with saline or silicone. They may be filled with, instead of saline, something else that's like silicone but not, that is very real feeling. Basically, the doctor will have to, basically, I'll show you. I have to have an internal breast lift, obviously. So because my breast just sags. Let me show you. Through my shirt. Hopefully this won't get dinged and removed. Anyways, the doctor will have to, because obviously my nipples here, okay, because this one sags down more and this one's a little more perkier. So my nipple, like right here, is like right here. That's why I like this breast, because this breast looks better and a little fuller than this one. This one sort of sags down like that. So it just like bloop. And the nipple's like down there and it just... And my areola around the nipple, the colored spot, you know, here's your nipple, okay, or here's my nipple, and then and here's my areola right here. I have a really big areola. So obviously the doctor's not going to use all that areola. So he'll have to cut around my breast. He'll have to cut around my nipple. So he'll cut around my areola, what he wants, and then it's like a keyhole incision. You can do the research online. So he'll cut around my areola, and then he will cut straight down my breast to right here. And I'll probably have a scar under here too. I was hoping that I would be cut here, because they can do implants all different ways. They can put it through your belly button all the way up. That's harder surgery to do, but surgeons do that. And you have no scars. And then you can do the just under the breast, put it in and then stitch up, or you can do under, like you have a nice scar in your armpit. That's what I was hoping. But since my surgery is going to be more intensive, it's going to take 2 surgeries. And of course, he'll have me on pain meds. And I'll be okay with those. I can actually trust myself with pain meds again. It's not like I'm going to feel anything really from them in the way of, like, quote unquote getting high or anything, because I have so much methadone in me. I'm on 129 milligrams of methadone. And I hope that's not an issue with the doctor. If it is, then I'll just skip my dose the day of surgery. Because how that works is it slowly builds in your system, the methadone. Like if I didn't go for 3 days to the clinic, instead of my dose being 129, they'd probably make it my dose is 129 a day, 129 milligrams of methadone a day. That's what it took to make my body stable. No withdrawals, blah, blah, blah. And if I didn't go 3 days in a row, they would drop me by half. So instead of having 129, I would have 65 or 70 or whatever the hell it would be. But, of course, I'm not going to do that. I can't go off the methadone to have the surgery, so he's just going to have to work with me being on the methadone. They can still do the surgery with it. It shouldn't be a big deal. I mean, people have major surgery when they're in major car accidents. People have major surgery and they're on a morphine drip and they still put them under anesthesia. You know, so it's not like it's a big deal. But that was my main concern. I need to do my nails later. I was thinking of maybe doing acrylic tips, but I have to have a lot of energy to do that, you know. And I just don't have a lot of energy because I haven't eaten anything yet today. Got to find something to eat. I'm tired because I just walked a fucking mile. And then I use these Beauty Secret washable, sanitizable, medium grit. It's 100 to 180. And that's what I use. If they just had the 100, I would get those. But these are like $1.29. They have a discount card to get for $5, but I don't have enough money to shop there enough to make it actually be worth the money. So I'm just gently filing my fingernails because they're starting to grow again. I used to be a real nail biter since I was a child, since I was small, since I was a child, all through my teenage life and the adult life. My adult life, I used to be a nail biter, chronic nail biter. Well, over the last year, I've gone from biting them to not biting them to biting them. It all depends. So, when I do my acrylic nails in the future, I'll show you like how I do them, what I'm using. It's as simple as going to Walmart, spending $8. They have a refill kit I showed you. Well, in another video, but they have a refill. Just go to Walmart and look at the fake nail stuff. And they'll have a $6. I'll just show you. It's easier. And I'll be showing all my nail stuff eventually. This is the $6 kit. It comes with a nail file. It comes with these little brushes. These are the perfect brushes, and I really wish that they would, I wish they would sell I wish they would sell like a pack of these or something. But this is why I keep buying these little damn kits, because I like the brush. Sometimes I get buildup in the brush, and the brush hardens, and I have to throw it out. Sometimes I don't get buildup in the brush, and it turns out perfect. A lot of practice. I've learned by watching Tequila. She has her old channel still up to 29 Tequila. Hi Tequila, Lady Grave Dancer. And of course, on her channel, on the Lady Grave Dancer, I think sometimes she does her nails on there. But this is the little fill kit. And this is the liquid, acrylic liquid. This is acrylic powder. And then you can get the bigger kit. And this is $8 and like 50 cents. This is like $6.50. This is like $8.50. You get the liquid. Oh, do you see how I'm like fucking myself up because of the video? Alright. Here is the glue. And if you buy them in a 2-pack for $1.98, they look like this. Kiss Power Flex Maximum Speed Nail Glue. What I do is I put it all over my nail, and then I put a fake nail on top of it. When I'm just doing just a quick little fake nail, tips. I mean, not tips. When I just do a whole fake nail over my regular nail. And even with doing dishes, getting showers and everything, those will be on your nails for maybe like 3 days. Of course, if you're coming and going from work or wherever, carry the little glue with you. Make sure if you lose a nail, you grab it real quick. You can pop it back on. A lot of times, I don't do acrylic nails because I've had a lot of really rough, the last 5-6 months have been really tough. That's why I've been offline. So I struggle every day just with daily life, with daily living. If I get really depressed, I may not shower for 5 days. That's horrible, but that's what depression does to you. At least I'm better. I'm getting better. but it's only to a point. It's not like I'm going to get better and maybe a little more stable. It's as good as it's going to get. I told the judge that. So, over the next year, while I wait for my second court hearing, I already did one downtown Pittsburgh. The judge lied to me and my attorney. I care about you, Vanessa. I care about your case. I care about what happens. Bullshit. I talked to her just like I'm talking to you guys, but without the swearing. And be very honest, I think she was homophobic. I mean, transphobic. She is either Spanish or Mexican. If I would have been her nationality with 2 babies at the house, 2 kids under the age of 10, I would have got it. And I'm sorry to say that. That's nothing against anybody. But that's the vibe I get from her. So she can go fuck herself. And I hope to God we don't get her again. If we do, I'm going to see if my attorney can ask for a different judge. Because I think this lady's biased against me. Or has something against me. But on the other hand, she said you didn't go to your psychiatrist enough, so I'm just, you're being kicked off. She focused on me having an opiate addiction, and my anxiety's mild. My anxiety's not mild. I have agoraphobia. Also. DID, dissociative identity disorder, if I'm saying it right, multiple personalities. A lot of them are just fractured little children. A lot of them feel like they're being tortured and dying because of the abuse. That's where I went and hid when the abuse was happening. That's how I learned how to dissociate and pop out of your body. You do that so you don't totally go crazy. But you still go crazy. It's sad. I have such a huge medical history. And now, disability just ignores my records. I'm going and having an IQ test with another licensed clinical psychologist. I seen her once. I told her my history with my mental health history. She's like, I think I can get your insurance to pay for the IQ test. Because she said it was like $150. The one lady said it was $150. Dr. Groves said that it wasn't much. But she didn't contact my attorney, so after I dosed this Monday, and it's what, President's Day or something? Every fucking little holiday, the clinic has holiday hours. They're open every day. They gotta be. Everybody doesn't have privileges. And there's days that people have to go there, But anyways, this is the fill kit. Under $7, $6.50, $6.28, something. This is a bigger kit. Comes with the glue. Comes with 7.5 grams of acrylic clear powder. It's all you need. It comes with natural nails, tips, and French tips. And really, this is like all you need just to try it. And then you need one of those little, these are 88 cents at Walmart. And you want to go buy yourself from the dollar store or Walmart. Go buy yourself cotton balls or the round nail wipes. Make sure you have paper towels, because when you do your nails, you want to have full of paper towel over. Or you can go to the Dollar Tree and buy those plastic, reusable, disposable, after so many uses, cutting boards. Put that down so nothing gets on your table. And all you do, this is a little cuticle cutter for 88 cents at Walmart. Now I have this other one. I haven't seen this. It's the same kind. It's the same kind. This was $1. They're 88 cents now at Walmart. They have nicer ones, a little nicer, but I haven't seen them with this little tiny plastic thing that goes over them. You know, I haven't seen the one. I don't know why they don't sell this one with a plastic little cover, because basically it's a little like razor slash, it's a little razor. Look at that. See? And you don't want to cut too much into your nail cuticle bed. You just want to just do it lightly, gently. You know, do it lightly. I'll show you step by step when I actually do my acrylic nails. Even when I do the fake ones, I'll show you. If you guys are looking for just to show you, this is the 2-pack for 99. This is the 2-pack of nail glue for 99 cents at Walmart. Sometimes when you buy their fake nails, you'll see this other kind. It's the same thing. Maximum speed nail glue. Within 3 seconds of putting the nail on your nail bed and gently but a little firmly press down. Don't want to press too hard. If you press too hard, you'll hurt your nail bed, and then it will be too stuck to your nail, and it will fucking hurt. Having the fake nail will hurt. So, just like I said, a dot won't work. I cover my whole nail with just enough. And all you just gently just go over it. You know, it's very easy. They also sell the nail glue that has the little tiny brush. Well, that's, I don't know, it's a little more than this. I just get these. It's the best nail glue around. I'll go in depth and show you all my nail stuff, my nail polishes and that, in another video. I'm going to wrap up this video and say, God bless everybody. Doesn't matter if you call God or goddess, you know, a higher power. Just because I said God bless doesn't mean I'm a witch, you know. Doesn't mean that I'm a Christian. And I hate all these labels. You can be and do whatever you want these days, you know. But God bless and goddess love each and every one of you. And I was crying earlier a little bit, but I'm not now. I'm just trying to get something out of my eye. Oh, anyways. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, you guys, I'm not going to keep apologizing. You know I bounce around, and that's just the way my brain is, so I can't help it. You know that's just how it is. Vanessa bounces around and maybe comes back to a topic an hour later or 10 minutes later. It just happens. And how I said Vanessa, that's me dissociating a little bit. A lot of times I won't say me. A lot of times Paul will ask me something, or I'll ask Paul something, and I'll say, we want root beer pop from Walmart. We want to make popcorn. We want to make French bread pizza. You know, a lot of times I talk like that. And then there are some times I can't hold them back anymore, the personalities. They pop right out. It all depends how upset I get. When you want them to take over because you're too freaked out, they don't. And when you don't, they do. Most of them are fractured, meaning they're not full personalities. A few of them are full personalities. And yes, I do hear voices. I don't see things, but I do hear voices. Sometimes I can hear them talking to me, telling me to do bad stuff, hurt myself, hurt my husband, hurt someone else. And I do know the difference between that shit, that mental health shit, and being a psychic and medium and dealing with earthbound ghosts and dealing with negative, non-human, demonic type of energies that are like half human and half man. And then people that have crossed over, people that I have actually crossed over, which I have done that, and I'll do that for the rest of my life. I love my spiritual path because I'm an eclectic witch. I pull from different faiths, different practices, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I think that's what eclectic means. To pull from different, and if I'm wrong, comment. But like an hour and 38 minutes. Well, anyways, like I said, my female hormone levels, my doctor said, is 600, and I asked her, well, 2 milligrams is really not a lot to be on. She's like, Vanessa, if I gave you another pill, if I gave you any more, it would make you sick. 600 is a nice dose, a nice safe dose for you, and she would normally want male to female transgender women like me to have 0 testosterone. Well, my testosterone level last time she tested me was a 9. A 9. So she said, was a 9. Okay? So she said, I'm not changing your medicine. You're fine. Congratulations. Congratulations. You're a woman now. So, but I'm getting my libido back a little bit here and there. I feel more sensual and have some fun with my husband in the bedroom here and there, But, what I forgot to tell you, the big news is Monday we were running just a hair late, and there was no parking at the clinic, at the methadone clinic. So my husband parked on the side, right by the grass and the trees. So there's dirt and rocks there. I had to get out. And I was wearing these, my flip-flops with socks. And I do that up until it gets really cold, because these are very comfortable, okay? And a lot of people do it. I mean, we've been wearing these. I mean, shit. I was a teenager wearing, stuff like this with buckles across and socks in high school. And out of high school. So that's like back in 93, 92, 93, 94. I mean, come on. So, yeah. Not something like someone came up with. That's just like wearing pajama bottoms outside. Well, if I actually went and got some material and made a pair of pants, it would look like pajamas. It sucks. I see all of the Halloween t-shirts. I can't fit into them because I'm still too big. And if they have a bigger size, they're normally taken already. Another thing that sucks is I hate that. Oh, I totally am just fucked up today. Excuse my language. Well, fuck it. Not excuse my language. Fuck. Anyways. What happened is, I was getting out of the car on Monday, shut the door, was walking through the dirt and grass, and then you have to step up, because there is the blacktop blacktop, the paved parking lot. Well, I went to step up, and I either missed the step or caught the back of my foot, and I flew 5 feet forward. I landed on my hands, catching myself. Of course, I have this now. I don't know if you can see it. And I tore off a part of my toenail, my left toenail, got smashed and torn off and smashed into my toenail bed. And blood was just going everywhere. And I was screaming. My husband runs into the methadone clinic, which used to be MedTech, but now it's MedMark treatment centers. It's a conglomerate. It's like the Walmart of methadone clinics, because they just bought the one I go to, and then the smaller one in Blairsville, the other MedTech, which is now MedMark. So now they have like 30 in Texas and California, wherever the fuck they are. But anyways, they're like the conglomerate, whatever they say goes. It's not mom and pop anymore, so that sucks. Because since I'm on my Klonopin, I can't go up. I can't, since I'm on benzos, I'm grandfathered in, which means I can take them and stay there as a patient. Anybody that just starts there, if they're on anything like that, Klonopin, Xanax, whatever, they have to either get off the medication or leave the clinic. They have 6 months. But I'm grandfathered in. But I'm also lumped in when they did the policy for everybody that's on benzos. It's basically a no tolerance policy, or they lumped all of the people that are abusing them all together with people like me that are not abusing them all together. Which means even if I file a grievance in 2 years, in 1 more year, I would be eligible to get my buy privileges, take homes, which means it only means I wouldn't go Wednesdays. So I would go Monday and Fridays. Get dosed there by the nurse on Monday. Get a take-home bottle for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Go there Friday. Get a bottle for Saturday and Sunday. Well, if I stop taking it, I'll be eligible. That's just stupid. And I'm getting them from a psychiatrist. Even if I file a grievance, they could do a detailed urine on me every month. It would show up exactly what I'm on. If they want a detailed urine at the clinic, they'll do it. They'll pay for it. There's times that they have me pee in a Dixie cup and do a test right there and then send it off for a more detailed, I'm trying to get my doctor to switch me to Xanax because the Klonopin works a lot, but I would be better on a higher dose of Klonopin, or either a high dose of Klonopin or just switch me to 1 milligram Xanax 3 times a day. I would be a lot better. My doctor said it's basically the same thing. How they have, it's the same thing, blah, blah, blah. How do you know it's going to work? Have you ever taken it? Well, I was so nervous and upset, I forgot to tell him that my aunt gave me one of her Xanax at before my mother's funeral service a couple years back. It pulled back my anxiety enough where I could actually function and not be so freaked out. It calmed me down a little more. This barely takes the edge off my anxiety. But at least I have it. I'm grateful I have it. Take the good with the bad. But anyways, when I fell down, I tore off part of my toenail. My husband went in there, and the secretary / receptionist that signs you in, Kathy, she's a really nice lady, but she was out of her office talking to my group counselor, Liz. Long blonde hair. I didn't know any of this until after my group, because one of the patients walked in and said, somebody's laying in the parking lot, they broke their foot. My husband was 2 feet in front of Kathy and Liz saying, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. Even though people were talking and it was a little noisy, my husband was right in front of them. And he was actually talking pretty loud. Excuse me, excuse me. They didn't look at him or say anything. Liz walks away because she was saying to Kathy, oh, there's only 3 people here to take the group. Well, there was other people there, but that finally came in. But anyways, then Kathy, the receptionist / secretary, she closes her door, and she's sort of in a box. And her front window's glass with a little circle, or with like an opening where you can talk to her and whatever. Well, she just sat there like this, with her head down. My husband is standing at the window. Excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. No response at all. So my husband has lost all respect with that facility. He said, if something happens again, I'm calling 911. So when the police come, fuck them. Meaning fuck the place. When that person, because when my husband walked in there, he didn't see Dave, the really nice guy, really nice 30-something, mid-30s or 40s. He didn't see Dave, the security guy. And Dave must have been on the other side of where you dose. Where you dose. Because there's bookshelves there. Splitting off the dosing area. The 3 windows. One for urine, where you do your, sign your paper, do the urine in the bathroom, come back, videotape doing it, whatever. Digital video, whatever. And then 2 windows for dosing. Well, Dave must have heard, because I seen him sprinting towards me. And all I was worried about is, tell them I'm coming for group. I don't want to miss it. When I went back there, or when I walk in, everybody's face, they all go, oh my God, it was Vanessa. And I'm hobbling around. Dave is literally holding me up as I'm walking with my bad foot. I already need to go to a rheumatologist and neurologist because I have chronic nerve pain. I'm going to a hand surgeon, hand doctor in a couple of months. Or whenever it is. I have it written down. I'm going to have him retest me, basically. Stick me with like a needle, little needle or something, all through my arm and in my hands. And then shock me with electricity, which will make me jump off the damn chair or whatever he has me sit on, hospital bed, or not hospital, doctor's bed. But anyways, if I would have known that nobody was really coming to my rescue when my husband was trying to get their attention, I would have flipped out on Liz and said, why the hell didn't you look? My husband was standing right in front of him and it was just it was just a bad timing, I think. Because 9 times out of 10, if there's a problem, Kathy gets you help. Thankfully, I'm okay. My toe's slowly healing. My leg is numb, even right now, from here to my thigh. From my upper thigh to here, my leg is numb. And there's different variations of numbness, but I feel the tingling pins a little bit when I touch it, but there's different variations. And then I know that I probably pulled, if I would have torn any ligaments, nerves, or muscles, they would be hanging. But I could have pulled nerves or ripped nerves. If I pulled some nerves or ripped nerves and not the muscle, maybe it doesn't sag. So I got to find a neurologist or rheumatologist or both and see them soon. And then I got to go to a dentist. I got a good dentist's name, and I'll contact him Monday because I have to get a lot of fills. I have to get a lot of drilling and filling. So I'm going to see if they take my insurance. Pretty sure they do. The good thing is, if you have to have your teeth, if you have to have teeth pulled, he will, and there's a lot, he'll do it at a local hospital. That's for people that get all their teeth pulled and get dentures. But most of my teeth can be filled, drilled and filled. And then over here, I hate this, but look. This tooth, the one bad dentist said this tooth went bad. And this tooth went bad. And that one. But the dentist was able to save this one, but not that one. To get a fake tooth there is $1,000. You know? So I just walk around with a missing tooth right there, and I hate it. I hate it. I do have a chip right here in my tooth. I have a chip right here. This is a fake tooth made out of porcelain. Me and this young kid were wrestling around when I was a child, and I had his arms behind his back, sort of wrestling him, roughhousing. He took his head and smashed me in the mouth, and it broke my tooth in half. Extreme pain. I was like that for several years. Then went to the dentist, and he gave me a shitty crown, and then I got a new porcelain tooth made back in 2005. It has a little chip in it up here, so it's not that bad. But then I have, like, right here, a little tiny chip in there, and I want, whatever dentist I go to, I want them to take the drill and revise their term, revise my tooth, right, the real, not the fake tooth right here, okay? I want to see if they can either put porcelain over that and then, you know, polish it, or just polish it and maybe take the little indentation out. And then the tooth right next to it, the real one, there's a little crack in it. I want him to, instead of it being, the fake one is more straight, and the real one is more like a little like that, oval, or whatever. So I want him to take the drill and make it a little more straight, like the fake one, so it looks better. And then I have a big chip right here. You see it? I've had porcelain put in there, it falls out, so fuck it. So I'm going to see if he'll get his drill and just drill that, basically just drill the tooth straight across to the point where you don't see the chip. And then if the other tooth over here needs a little bit drilling across to make it match it, that's all I can do. I can't afford cosmetic dentistry, so we'll see what can happen. And, you know, like from here, like right by the fake tooth, alright, I have 4 teeth up here that need to be drilled and filled in the middle of the teeth because they're going bad, like in between the teeth. So, a lot of minor drilling and filling. And then down here, you know, I have, if I touch that with if I touch the part of the tooth that's going bad, and all it shows is a little hole, or a little indentation, a nerve is exposed, it will make me hit the roof. I'll, like, scream. So, they have to drill that and fill that, and a couple of teeth down here, a little bit of drilling and filling, and then all my teeth here going like from here over on the bottom, they're going hollow on the top. So what they need to do is put resin in there, the filling. And then I have a lot of fillings that need to be redone. I would like to go there just a couple of times. I don't want to have to go there too much, but we'll have to see. Because I hate fucking getting those shots. I just hate it. Anyways. I'll keep you updated on what's going on in my life. You'll see videos uploaded here and there. I've made videos off and on for the last year. So sometimes you'll see them looking really nice with extra little ta-das and effects. And then sometimes they'll just be uploaded and just all depends how I feel. I'm exhausted from the walk. I haven't eaten yet. And I've been making a video for 2 hours. So I'll make 2 more videos and then I'm done for the day. Love you guys. Bye-bye and peace to everybody.